The 2026 Giulia continues Alfa Romeo's tradition of sophisticated Italian styling, with a slim, purposeful stance and crisp body lines that set it apart from more conservative German peers. While the core silhouette hasn't radically changed from recent years, its proportions remain elegant and athletic. A sedan that turns heads, whether parked or in motion. Alfa's design philosophy still emphasizes a sporty, driver-focused profile, with cues that evoke heritage, like the distinctive Scudetto grille, alongside modern detailing. Even though some online renderings and fan debates speculate wildly about alternate looks, some good, some controversial, what matters most is that the real car retains that classic Alfa allure many enthusiasts cherish. For 2026, the core Giulia sticks with a highly capable 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder engine, producing around 280 horsepower and 306 pounds of torque, mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. You can choose rear-wheel drive (RWD) for classic Italian balance, or all-wheel drive (AWD) for better traction in varied conditions. 0 to 60 miles per hour in approximately 4.6 to 5.4 seconds, depending on drivetrain, putting it very close to rivals like the BMW 3 Series and outperforming some in brisk acceleration tests. But raw numbers only tell part of the story. What defines the Giulia is its chassis feel. Light, communicative steering, poised cornering, and a sense of connection rarely found outside pure sports cars in this class. Whether you're hustling on twisty back roads or just cruising the highway, the Giulia feels engaged and responsive, and not just competent. Suspension tuning in the 2026 model strikes a happy medium. Firm enough to keep body roll in check, comfortable enough to absorb daily road imperfections without feeling punishing. Braking feel is progressive and confidence-inspiring, especially during spirited driving. Inside, the Giulia blends classic Italian flair with functional ergonomics. The driver sits low, with a cockpit-like feel that reinforces the sporty intent. An enjoyable environment once you're behind the wheel. Key points of praise: comfortable, supportive seats, well-laid-out physical controls for climate and drive settings, a handsome digital driver display with multiple layouts, heritage, relax, evolved. Areas where it lags rivals. The infotainment system uses an 8.8-inch screen that reviewers say feels dated, next to the larger, sleeker systems in the Audi A4 or Mercedes C-Class. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto still require a wire, and navigation performance can be sluggish at times. Ports are plentiful, but the interface isn't top-tier. Rear seat space is adequate but snug, typical for sporty sedans, and trunk room is competent, though not class-leading. The Giulia performs well as a daily driver. Fuel economy hovers in the mid-20s mpg combined, respectable for a performance sedan. Heated seats, heated steering wheel, and leather are sometimes standard or available at competitive prices compared with rivals. However, real-world ownership does come with caveats. Alfa Romeo's dealer network remains smaller than those of BMW, Mercedes, or Audi, which may mean service access is less convenient in some markets. Long-term reliability is still a talking point among online communities. Some owners report satisfaction. Others voice concerns about electronics or sales maintenance realities. As with many European sports sedans, individual experiences vary. How it compares to rivals versus BMW 3 Series, Giulia excels at engagement and feel. BMW often leads in tech sophistication versus Audi A4. Audi brings a polished, tech-rich interior. Giulia delivers a more visceral connection to the drive versus Mercedes C-Class. Mercedes prioritizes comfort and refinement. Giulia focuses squarely on the sportier end of the spectrum. In a marketplace of increasingly tech-heavy sedans, the Giulia remains a pure enthusiast choice, especially for those who value character and driving dynamics over gadget boxing. Here's a detailed long-form review of the 2026 Alfa Romeo Giulia, focusing especially on what Western buyers from the US, Europe, Canada, and Australia are likely to care about: performance, usability, luxury, reliability, running costs, and how it stacks up against key rivals. I've combined expert reviews, spec info, and owner feedback to give you a balanced pros and cons evaluation. TrueCar. #overview. What the 2026 Giulia is for. 2026, the Giulia continues Alfa Romeo's mission of creating a sporty, head-turning compact executive sedan. The lineup has been simplified around its core strengths: dynamic handling, Italian styling, and a driver-focused experience. With the 2.0-liter turbo engine as the mainstream choice and performance-oriented trims available at the top end. TrueCar. Hashtag performance and driving experience. A true driver's car. Pros: engaging handling and steering. The Giulia's chassis and steering are often praised for being lively, agile, and communicative, offering a more engaging feel than many rivals in real-world driving. TrueCar. Responsive engine. Standard 2.0-liter turbocharged four-cylinder, about 280 HP, delivers strong mid-range torque and brisk acceleration, 0 to 60 miles per hour in the mid-fives. TrueCar. All-wheel drive option. All-wheel drive enhances traction in wet or snowy conditions, a plus for markets like the US Northeast or much of Europe. TrueCar. Drive modes. Alfa's DNA drive modes: dynamic, natural, advanced efficiency, tailor feel and response to your mood or road conditions. Car and driver. 2. Cons. Firm. While balanced for sportiness, the suspension feels quite firm on rough city streets compared to softer rivals. Cinch. Tech acceleration lags rivals. Although sporty, the Giulia doesn't feel exceptional in outright speed compared to recent Germans at similar price points. Car and driver. 2. Verdict. If you want a sedan that feels alive and rewards attentive driving, the Giulia delivers, but you're trading some comfort and refinement for that character. Hashtag design, interior, and practicality. Pros: distinctive Italian styling. Both inside and out, the Giulia is a standout. Elegant lines, crisp details, and a cabin that feels special rather than generic. Cinch. Premium materials. Leather and well-finished surfaces give a luxury feel at this price point. TrueCar. 1. Decent rear space and boot. Rear passenger space is competitive with peers, and the boot is generous, 480 liters. CarWow.co.uk. 4. Cons. Infotainment. The built-in system can feel slow and not as responsive or slick as the touchscreen setups from BMW, Mercedes, or Audi. CarWow.co.uk. 5. Tech doesn't lead the class. Modern competitors often offer bigger screens, more intuitive menus, and richer connectivity. CarWow.co.uk. 5. Verdict. The Giulia wins on Italian charm and good materials, but tech and layout are less cutting-edge than some rivals. Now ours. Verdict. Daily driving, comfort, and usability. Pros: user-friendly controls. Physical knobs and a clean center stack make daily driving easy. TrueCar. Heated seats, steering, and comfort features. Many luxury features are included, even on mid-trim models, helping comfort in winter climates. TrueCar. Snug rear headroom. Tall passengers may find headroom limited due to the sloping roofline. CarWow.co.uk. 4. Firm ride may fatigue on long journeys. While composed, the Giulia's sports car-inspired suspension isn't always as cushy as some competitors. Cinch. Running costs, reliability, and ownership. Pros: fuel economy respectable. Mid-20s MPG combined is competitive for a sporty sedan, especially with rear-wheel drive. TrueCar. Standard safety tech, adaptive cruise, blind spot assist, emergency braking are all part of the package. TrueCar. 1. Cons. Reliability reputation lingers. Alfa Romeos historically have mixed reliability scores, and many owners still mention electrical quirks or build quality oddities, even if improved recently. LuxWisp. Dealer network is small. In many Western markets, dealership density is lower than BMW, Mercedes, potentially meaning longer waits for service or parts. LuxWisp. Depreciation concerns. Luxury sedans typically depreciate, and Alfas can depreciate faster due to niche appeal and lower demand. What car? 7. Verdict. If peace of mind and cheap part service are priorities, the Giulia may not be ideal compared to German rivals with broader networks. However, daily fuel and safety tech are competitive. 2026, Giulia versus competitors, general impressions. Where the Giulia shines: more engaging driving dynamics than most class rivals, e.g., Audi A4, Mercedes C-Class. TrueCar. Stronger standard features at base price. True car. Italian styling that stands out. Cinch. Where it lags. Tech UX and screen responsiveness. carwow.co.uk. 5. Perceived reliability and dealer support. Luxwisp. Slightly firmer ride. Cinch. Who the Giulia is for and who it isn't. Ideal for Western buyers who want a driver-centric sedan with real character. Distinctive Italian styling over German restraint. Premium features without having to check every options box. Comfortable European motorway cruising and responsive handling. Less ideal for buyers who want tech-centric interiors or the latest digital interfaces. Those prioritizing the lowest cost long-term ownership. Drivers who want the softest possible ride across poor roads. Yes, there's no question.